So, by now I'm sure you've seen the teaser for The Avengers Endgame. Yes, Doctor Strange called it. There was some speculation about what the title could be. Annihilation was a popular one, and Annihilus will be in it, which is a character they haven't gotten to yet, which I think is part of Fantastic Four mostly. So it might be a while that they can use that character until the rights are not entirely settled, despite the merger and all that. But anyway, that's another story. No, Endgame was the obvious title. Doctor Strange gave that in the Infinity War. And in Infinity War, Doctor Strange is the most significant character to watch. There's quite a few clues, I think, that spells out where this story is going. First of all, he's attacked by one of Thanos' minions. And the guy says, I don't care what it spells. Something along the lines. I'm forgetting the dialogue, but he talks about the spells. I'll just kill you. And then Doctor Strange explains, well, you can kill the wizard or sorcerer who casts a spell on you, but that doesn't end the spell. So I think that's a clue that Doctor Strange did something with the Time Stone and put a spell on it. And that could be a little trick there that can undo what Thanos has wrought. Also, of course, he looked into the future for all the potential scenarios of how to defeat Thanos, and he tells Tony Stark, well, out of millions of them, I only found one where we can win. And so you have to assume that that's why he did what he did. He initially had told Stark that, look, I'm going to defend this Time Stone no matter what. So if that means sacrificing your lives, so be it. And then he does the exact opposite. He gives up the stone in return for Thanos sparing Tony Stark's life. And then Tony's like, why would you do that? And he tells him it's the only way it could go. And he then fades away. So he knows the outcome. And, he says, we're in the end game now. And as he didn't have enough time to explain it all. And off he goes. But he saw what the future was. And so he acted accordingly to the one scenario that they can be victorious. And so that's where I see it. Hopefully that is the case and they're not just teasing that and then dropping it for the next movie, but I don't think so. So yeah, there half the population of the universe has vanished, killed off apparently at the end of Infinity War. Or were they? Ooh, yeah. But nevertheless, the teaser is very powerful in the emotion of remorse and defeat. And it's very dark, especially for a Marvel movie. And you see them all moping about. And then there's the clues of a plan, most notably between Captain America and Black Widow. Because, they flat out say it practically when Black Widow says, you think this will work? And Captain America says, I hope so, because if it doesn't, I don't know what I'll do. Well, obviously, they've got some plan going. I don't think this is in sequence because the teaser ends, of course, with Ant-Man showing up. And probably the only lighthearted moment of the trailer, only because that's Ant-Man's attitude. And they're surprised to see him because they assumed he was one of the victims of Thanos. If you saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, which apparently Captain America and Black Widow didn't, you know what happened there. Everybody got wiped out but Scott Lang, who was trapped in the quantum realm at the end of that movie. Chances are you didn't see it. A lot of people, I keep hearing criticisms like they just don't like the Ant-Man movies. I don't know why. I think they're fine. I thought it was a good film. But anyway, that explains Scott Lang, and there's probably some clues there as well as to what the solution would be. Would it involve the quantum realm? Would it involve time travel? Does it involve, I think, even with time travel, all of the above could be the possibilities here, especially considering that Doctor Strange probably did something with the Time Stone. So anyway, there he is. There's clues in the trailer for the Black Panther in Wakanda. Shuri, I don't recall her fading away, but you see her in there's Bruce Banner looking at the images, and he thinks Scott Lang's gone. Of course, he's not. And then there's Shuri's face, and like, oh, is she gone too and missing and what have you? Or she's missing because she's up to something, you know. I don't know. But I don't recall seeing her fade away. We saw Black Panther fade away, but I don't, not her. So yeah, they're down in the dumps and all that. And then we finally get to see, hey, where was Hawkeye all this time? Well, he was mostly retired. You know, and then there was the business of Civil War and that result, and so he was pretty much out of action. So I'm assuming that his family got wiped out, and he's not in a good place as a result. So it appears he's taken on the identity of Ronin, which that comes from the comics, and well, he looks like he's brutalizing some guy. He's just, who knows why? I mean, maybe he just decided to go fight crime, to blow steam, and Black Widow's got to recruit him back to the team and promise him there may be a way to undo what's happened and he can get his family back, is what I'm thinking is happening there. Yeah, poor Tony Stark, which that scene of him is where the whole thing when Marvel began with Iron Man, and there he is, defeated and broken, and giving his last message to his beloved Pepper, and probably going to die in space, as he's just accepted it, because that's the where we were left off, and that's the aftermath of Infinity War. And that's the power of that trailer, or this teaser, the emotion and the darkness of where they are, and then the little sparkles of hope that there's a plan. The problem with some of these storylines where you kill off characters, or maybe even one character, and then the next film or episode, what have you, they come back. And the danger if that becomes cheesy and you feel like, you know, they ripped us off. You know, it's like, oh no, Glenn hid under the dumpster. But there's enough here that sets it up to where there's credibility to this, of what happened to those people and how you bring them back. So, a powerful trailer. This movie already made its money before this even debuted. But now I think this teaser helps give them a little more spare change here. And but the bad news for Marvel overall is this makes the Captain Marvel trailer look just 100 times worse. And the great fear is that Endgame really is the Endgame, and from now on, Marvel movies are just gonna kind of spiral the toilet bowl. Hopefully not. I think we've got some good Doctor Strange movies coming, but after that, I don't know. But it's been an incredible ride, an extraordinary achievement for Marvel, and there's no taking that away from them. These 10 years of these movies, and this whole collective series they've done, is something for them to be forever proud of. So all the hype is deserved here for this one, and really looking forward to Avengers Endgame. Say, while you're here, why not like and subscribe? I thank you for watching and listening, and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my mini stores that have plenty of goodies for you. Yeah, you.